So just a few hours ago on Wuthering Waves' X official account, they have finally officially announced that there will be a pre-event for Augusta called Rust, Sword, and the Sun. What this means essentially, if you haven't been keeping track, is that we're going to be getting on the 14th an event in which we kind of like dive into Augusta's pre-story. And they pretty much like put it down here, like while waiting for contact from the Effor's Palace, you and Abby arrive at Solace Tavern where you run into a blind wandering bard, Nestor. Having learned of the Effor's invitation to the hunt, Nestor shares with you Augusta's stories before she rose to power. So this kind of like comes across something like a companion quest, but I feel like it's not going to be implemented in that way. It's going to be more like Shakona's event in a sense, in which we actually get to see more about her lore, her background, her history, which honestly I'm personally very excited for, because Augusta is this kind of character that I've been really excited for a while, besides like Chisa and Galbrina, I think was her name. So yeah, either way, this is like one of the things that I've been really excited for. I've heard from multiple sources that this is gonna happen, but there was no like official confirmation anywhere as far as I'm aware at least. So seeing this be officially confirmed is something that I've been really looking forward to. Now, on top of that, obviously we will have Cantarella's banner coming out and Brant's banner. And that is where people will be asking, should I pull for Cantarella? Should I pull for Brant? Or should I skip either or both? Well, honestly, that is a question that is not that easy to answer, because there's a lot that goes into that, so it can't be a simple yes or no. Obviously, if you're somebody that, well, spends a lot of money on the game, just buy whoever you want, honestly, whoever you like, who cares? But if you're like a very casual swiper or somebody that doesn't spend money at all, like a free-to-play player, we need to be picky with our pulls, obviously. And I was somebody that has been waiting for Brant because I've gotten Lupa, even though sadly, I've gotten obliterated with my Lupa's luck, because I pulled her in like 140-ish pulls, which led to me not getting her weapon, sadly. But either way, I wanted Brant to make a Lupa team. But now that I've seen Augusta, I am personally passing on Brant because I want to get Augusta. So here's the deal, just to like give you a sum up of what you should do and how to decide on whether to pull for Brant or Cantarella or neither. If you are someone that just got Frolova and got her weapon, realistically speaking, you should pull on Cantarella, because that is going to be very high value for your Frolova, and you're going to have a very good team going for that, if you have the pulls for it, of course. Now, the thing is, if you have Frolova, but you don't have a team for her, realistically speaking, if you really want Augusta, you could skip Cantarella, and you could still get Augusta, and then later get a Yuno if you can as well, depending on your luck, depending on how many pulls you have saved up. And you can pair those three together for now, or replace Frolova and put her like on the side for now until you eventually one day get her built up in a rerun. That is definitely an option. Another option would be to obviously, like if you have Frolova already, get Cantarella and then wait for Augusta's rerun. It all comes down to like how badly you want Augusta, how much fun you think you're gonna have with Augusta's, like based on her playstyle, and how badly do you want to play Frolova and have a team for her right now, or if you don't mind waiting. So at the end of the day, you decide for yourself what is worth it for you, depending on the pulls you have, like the amount of pulls you have, whether you can actually get Augusta and her weapon or not, whether you can get a Yuno following up Augusta or not. Because if the answer is no, like if you can't get Augusta or Augusta's weapon, for example, let's say you can get Augusta only but not her weapon, or you can get Augusta and her weapon but then you don't have enough for Yuno and her weapon, then realistically, account value wise, you should be going for Cantarella, so that you can have a good solid premium team for your Frolova. However, I don't care. I'm gonna be honest. I personally am the kind of person that doesn't necessarily care too much. It kind of doesn't go too well for the end game, I'm gonna be honest with you. But I prefer going for the units that I like more. So even though realistically Brant in my case is the better pull, so if you have Lupa and her weapon even, more importantly, you should realistically be getting Brant, because that is going to be very high value for your Lupa. And that applies to me as well, minus the fact that I don't have her weapon. However, I really want to play Augusta. Her playstyle looks fantastic. It looks like the kind of playstyle that I would enjoy way more than Lupa's, even though I like Lupa a lot. So with that in mind, I decided I'm gonna do the skipping and I'm gonna go for Augusta. The reason I'm also doing that is because I'm already 40 pulls in on my banners. Like whether like for Fulova, I tried to like kind of, you know, do it for the funsies, but I didn't get her luckily. And I'm 40 pulls in. And for the weapon banner, I'm also like roughly 30-ish pulls in, 35 pulls in. So I'm at a good point. So I should be able, realistically speaking, if I win my 50-50s, to be able to get Augusta and her weapon and then Iuna and her weapon, if luck is on my side, because luck has not been on my side at all in this game so far. So that's why I made the gamble of going for Augusta and Iuna, which I will probably regret because I want also Galbrina and Chisa and all that. But either way, you get the point. So you decide for yourself, are you a casual swiper that is going to swipe a little bit to help yourself? Are you fully free to play? If you're fully free to play, how many pulls you've got, what units you've got, what is going to be higher value? Do you care in the first place about what's high value? Or do you want to pull the units you like for now and then later get a rerun to finalize your team? With that out of the way, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Do consider liking and subscribing to the channel as it does help me out tremendously. And come check me out on Twitch as I do stream pretty much every single day, with these days being a little bit rocky for me because of some IRL stuff and college related stuff. But soon enough, I'll be back to streaming consistently and I'll have a schedule ready for you as well on my Discord, which I'll leave the links down to in the description as usual.